Do not underestimate this fine line. It is made of nanoblade material and, despite being only 1/10 the thickness of a human hair, it can slice a ship in half. Their goal is to retrieve the hard drive from the ship, Judgment Day, which contains data about the Trisolarans' invasion of Earth. However, due to the limited number of blades, their spacing can only be set at 50 centimeters. This means the operation must take place during the day, as people lying down at night could potentially avoid the blades, while those standing or walking during the day are highly susceptible to being cut. On the day of the operation, engineers set up huge pillars on both sides of the canal, and installed the nano blades between them. To avoid accidentally harming other ships, the blades remained submerged, quietly waiting for their target. The professor nervously stared at the monitor, watching for any sign of the Judgment Day. When the last small boat passed, a deadly, invisible net silently rose to the surface. The Judgment Day finally appeared. The pilot on board constantly scanned the water, but neither the radar nor his naked eye detected anything unusual. He chewed his gum, completely unaware of the danger ahead. Soon, the ship entered the blade zone. At first, everything seemed normal, but the bow had already been sliced into 50-centimeter thick sections. As the ship continued forward, sparks began to fly, followed by a strange grinding sound. It was only then that the crew members realized something was wrong, but they still couldn't see the blades. Even when a life preserver was cut in half, they had no idea what was happening. It wasn't until a blade cut through their bodies that they understood, but by then, it was too late. The professor watched the scene through binoculars, cold sweat trickling down his back. Although the ship had been cut into several sections, its momentum carried it forward. On the lower deck, a guard was watching over the hard drive containing the crucial Trisolaran data. When the blade passed through his body, he didn't feel any pain at first. It was only when he heard the clatter of the hard drive hitting the floor that he looked down, and realized his body was no longer whole. After completely clearing the blade zone, the ship glided forward a short distance. Ultimately, no one on board survived, but thanks to the clean cuts of the nano blades, the hard drive was salvageable, and the valuable information was successfully retrieved.